Over 9,000 years ago, in the deserts of what is now Iraq, the civilizations of Mesopotamia developed between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers. From the ruins of their cities and the writings they left behind, we know the people of this ancient land were called the Sumerians. Around 5000 BC, they began to grow their own food and keep animals. In order to exist in the desert, they learned to control the surrounding environment. They developed ways to store the floodwaters that flowed for a short time each year. As their population increased, the Sumerians built cities like Ur and Nineveh. The remains of these cities still exist today. Within each city was a huge temple. It had places to keep food, to keep treasure, as well as houses for the city officials, and of course, places for worship. As society became more complex, the Sumerians realized they needed some way to record information. Thus, it is here that writing was invented. Early forms of writing were very simple. They pressed sharp pieces of wood into pieces of wet clay to make pictures. Called cuneiform, these characters represented objects and numbers and made up the first written language. They also used it to write down the first major written story, the legend of King Gilgamesh, the king who wanted to live forever. Perhaps the best known of Mesopotamia's civilizations was Babylon, the center of a kingdom that went across southern Iraq and beyond. Its hanging gardens were considered a wonder of the ancient world, and its king, Hammurabi, published a set of laws that was quite similar to many of the laws we have today. Much of Sumerian culture has faded from memory, but researchers investigating these ruins are learning more and more about these amazing people every day.